Hi, I'm Pete Lawler, and I work at the Horticulture Department at Iowa State University. I'm an ag specialist and greenhouse manager. Today we're going to talk a little bit about insect pest control in the greenhouse. We usually have problems with fungus gnats, whitefly, spider mites, aphids, thrips. I would say thrips and spider mites are probably the toughest ones to control. First step would be to check out using a yellow card. It's a sticky card that you can determine what pests you have in the greenhouse. Also a physical trap, so it gets them stuck there and they can't feed on your plant materials. We try to use as many biocontrols as we can in the greenhouse. And if we have to, we'll use a rescue treatment with some of the other products. But first we'll add some predatory mites. These will go after fungus gnats. They live in the soil. They feed on the fungus gnat larvae. And so we'll sprinkle these guys on, and they'll live in the soil and take care of the fungus gnats that might be hanging around. These come from Canada, a very nice company up there, shipped to Oregon, and then we buy them through Overnight Express. They're not cheap, but they're pretty effective, and the pest cannot develop any resistance to these guys, and so it works pretty well. We try to get as much down into the soil because they'll hang around down in there. It doesn't take very much of those, so that bag will go quite a ways. That's about a $25 bag, plus a little bit of shipping. The other product we'll use are another mite. Both of them are mites. These are a Thrips Eliminator. We call these cucamaris. These guys are stratios. But we'll add some of these, and they'll go after the thrip that might be around. Both of these are found in nature and in Iowa too. They're just not in very high populations, and definitely not in the greenhouses unless you add them. So if you add enough of them, they'll take care of the pests that you might have in your greenhouse. Another example, these are about 25 bucks a bag, 20 bucks a bag. But this will treat a number of square feet, so it gets pretty lucrative on cost, not too bad. So the containers that come in are biodegradable packaging and these guys were produced in Canada. The Thrips Eliminator, we call them just cucamaris. It's kind of the standard lingo in the industry. About $20 a bag. These go after mostly thrips. These guys will go after both thrips and the fungus gnats, and we just call those stratios. It's kind of the common term to use, again from Canada. About 25,000 in each bag. If we have to control aphid or whiteflies, we'll use some of these Incarcia wasps, and these are naturally occurring around in Iowa too. They'll come in and out of the greenhouses. We buy them on a little card for about $1, and there's 100 pupa on this card that hatch out over a couple-week period. And this is what they look like when they're emerging out of the parasitized whitefly. Aphids can be a problem in the greenhouse too, and we'll use an Aphidius, and there's several species that you can use to attack your aphids. They'll attack the adult aphids, and they end up parasitizing these, and you'll see these mummies sometimes around as an indicator that you've got the good guys in your garden, if you can find these mummies. So again, these are naturally occurring in Iowa and very effective. If you have to move into a little bit harsher maneuver with controlling your insects, you can use some organically certified pesticides. They'll always have this OMRI label, and I would look for that if you're interested in staying on the organic side of pest controls. This one is a bacteria that is a pathogen towards a number of different insects that you'll find in your garden. Whitefly, mealybugs, thrips, a bunch of different ones. It's not a contact chemical killer, but it will help to control them over time. This is a pretty good, the safer soap with pyrethrums. And this is another nice OMRI product. This has good knockdown, and it will control a number of different insects in the garden. It's very safe to use, good stuff to use. Another one that's very common is neem oil, another plant-derived product, organically certified. Works on a number of different insects, and it does help with some of the disease control, so it has a dual effect that way. So it's kind of nice. We've had very good luck with this on certain pests, mostly the spider mites. This has Pyganic, another OMRI certified product, and it works very, very well for knockdown. You'll see immediate results for that. And again, it's a nice pyrethrum derived from chrysanthemum flowers. So another nice product to use in your garden. I think that's all we need to talk about today, and I wish you happy gardening.